are Satsuma, and we are working to build a mobile device that sends and receives scent, with the goal of improving personal health. Our team developed in Professor David Edwards' idea translation class. With his leadership and mentorship, along with Tom Hadfield, who's the CEO of Aero Designs, we have developed our idea, and we believe that it can help our users use their olfactory senses to improve well-being and quality of health. Our team is made up of 5 undergraduate students. My name is Alyssa Blaze, and I am a member of the class of 2012, and I'm studying the history of science.
My name is Amy Chen, and I am also a member of the class of 2012, and I am studying human developmental and regenerative biology.
My name is Rachel Field. I'm in the class of 2012, and I'm studying mechanical and materials engineering.
My name is Riri Kwong. I'm in the class of 2012. I study history.
And I'm Amy Yin. I'm a class of 2013, and I study computer science. So why smell? Research shows that the sense of smell is one of the only senses that is directly wired to the brain. Unlike visual or auditory information, chemical information from olfactory receptors passes unfiltered to the brain, which allows it to have a powerful effect on memory, motivation, and emotions. Scent is an extremely powerful tool that, if harnessed, can address many personal health problems, such as stress management, depression, anxiety, and fatigue. Satsuma will be a personal smartphone device that helps facilitate the use of aromatherapy. The device would attach to the phone, and an app on the phone can talk either through Bluetooth capabilities or through the phone's headphone jack. Within the device, we imagine a library of base scents that can be mixed and combined to produce unique smells. We've been talking to Microchips, a Boston-based startup that engineered pharmacy on a chip. These fingertip-sized chips have 10 microwells that can remotely release drugs into the body. Bob Farah, the CEO of Microchips, believes that we can reappropriate the technology so that we can release fragrances into the air instead.
Over the course of the past month, we have gathered testimonial from many students who have undergone chemotherapy. Some common themes that emerged during those interviews was that students explained that they experienced frequent nausea, as well as a heightened sense of anxiety and stress. In this way, we believe that Satsuma could tackle these issues. Recent studies have shown that aromatherapy is an effective tool for combating the issues that we mentioned before. One such study revealed that scents such as ginger, as well as a blend of other essential oils, were helpful in reducing post-operative nausea. These scents also reduced the average amount of anti-nausea medications needed after surgery. Another study showed that peppermint was successful in reducing nausea after women had undergone a C-section. Aromatherapy has been shown to be an effective complementary therapy to many illnesses such as cancer, in which patients suffer from depression, anxiety, nausea, and stress. One of our interviewees told us that she had used aromatherapy to manage her stress during chemotherapy. However, when she was actually in the hospital, she was not able to use aromatherapy in the treatment rooms because a scent that was calming for her could be offensive for her neighbor. We believe that our device can fill this gap. Because it is a truly personal device, users could use their device in the treatment room and not have someone who's sitting just 2 feet away smell what's coming out of their device. So what would this device actually work like in a hospital setting? Let's take Samantha, for example. Samantha suffers from Hodgkin's lymphoma and is now starting her 3rd cycle of chemotherapy. She's gone through 2 21-day cycles already, and the medications are starting to take toll on her body. Samantha often suffers from nausea and has a lot of trouble eating. She doesn't eat very much at all. In addition to these physical symptoms, she also has social stresses. A would-be senior in high school, Samantha has taken the year off to address her health. Her friends are all applying to college, and she's very uneasy about the fact that she'll be a year or more behind them and doesn't know how this will affect her friendships. At night, she has trouble sleeping because she's often thinking about her situation and the uncertainty of it. She's unsure how many cycles of chemotherapy she will need. She's unsure if her cancer will go into remission. And she's unsure how she will maintain her friendships with her friends as they emerge on these two different life paths. In a world with Satsuma, Samantha's problems would not magically disappear. However, the device could provide a viable coping and calming mechanism for her. At night, when she has trouble sleeping, she could use the device and have it emit calming scents and have her relax. In the treatment rooms, when she suffers from anxiety, she could also use scents to relax her. In addition to that, when she's feeling nauseous and unable to eat, she could emit anti-nausea scents, which would allow her to have an increased appetite. And though this device will not cure cancer for Samantha, it will certainly improve her quality of life under chemotherapy.
Like Samantha, many chemotherapy patients suffer from a similar set of side effects, such as nausea, hair loss, infection, pain, anemia, and appetite changes. We pick chemo patients as an initial target user base because they tend to be more amenable to unconventional therapies and more localized in the same place, i.e. hospitals, which will allow us to test our product with fewer variables. With cancer, patients tend to lose or gain weight because they suffer from extreme nausea and undergo huge amounts of mental and physical anxieties. Patients will relate certain fears, emotions, and stresses with food, making appropriate intake even more difficult. Studies show that aromatherapy can help with both problems, and Satsuma will facilitate the process of aromatherapy and increase the probability that treatment will be successful. If we can show that Satsuma can help cancer patients better manage their stress and remap emotions to appropriate thoughts, then we can help obese patients take control of their eating and their own weight. Numerous scientific studies have highlighted the power of scent for manipulating weight control. One study showed that by increasing the smell of a food, people would take smaller bites, suggesting that there's an unconscious feedback loop that regulates the amount of flavor experienced per bite. These findings suggest that simply by manipulating the scent of food, we can increase or decrease the food intake per bite by 5 to 10%. Another study showed with 1,400 obese people that just by smelling a certain scent during every meal, they were able to lose an average of 30 pounds without even changing any other behaviors.
Given all this information, we believe that Satsuma would be effective in weight management clinics. For instance, we have Trevor, who has struggled with his weight all of his life, and now at the age of 28, his weight has reached an uncontrollable level. He therefore has checked himself into a weight management clinic. This clinic in particular has decided to use Satsuma in the first stages of its weight loss program. The clinic has installed the device in every patient's room and has programmed these devices to emit scents that would curb appetite at various points in the day. In this way, patients would be participating in their weight loss without having to put much effort into it. And in the first few weeks of the program, the patients would lose weight, and that would allow them to be more confident about their ability to reach their goals. Trevor in particular has just been at the clinic for 2 weeks and has already lost a noticeable amount of weight and therefore feels confident that he can reach his goals and will be putting more effort into the program.
To get Satsuma to patients like Trevor and Samantha, we want to go through two main channels: by providing the devices to businesses and therapy centers, and to sell directly online to patients. With the former option, we imagine that any business that wants to use Satsuma to facilitate the process of aromatherapy will pay us to rent or buy the equipment and then install and train the workers to facilitate the process. Scent cartridge replacements will also serve as a form of recurring revenue. To sell directly to the consumers, we plan to mark up the price for consumers who want to bring the product home. This is to encourage users to keep going to the spas and therapy centers and to market Satsuma as a luxury good. We're dealing with a huge market here. Americans spend over $400 million a year on candles and other aromatherapy products. And patients who undergo chemotherapy and cancer spend over $103 billion a year on medical costs. If we can even get to a fraction of the 1 million people that undergo cancer chemo treatments every year, then we have a huge potential. However, when entering any market, there's always a lot of risk associated. There are a few examples of companies that during the dot-com bubble tried to create similar devices, but they failed to market their product properly and target a specific audience. There's also a chance that once we build this device, if we can, that Satsuma will not be used for aromatherapy, that patients will just continue using essential oils and other products. Well, we believe that if we build this device, there are other friendlier markets that could use a personal scent transmission device.
3 of those potential markets are personal health, enhanced communication, and e-commerce. The first, personal health, would focus on the average user who might not have as serious of an illness such as cancer or obesity, but might suffer from daily stresses or fluctuation in moods. In this way, Satsuma could provide a emotion regulating service and could be useful for daily activities. The second is enhanced communication. At this point, we're limited to images and words. And so providing an outlet for users to use scent to communicate would allow users to better express themselves and would provide a new dimension of communication which would allow for more intimate conversations. The third is e-commerce. We see this as a way to make shopping online more efficient. Whereas now, users will buy products such as perfumes or scented candles and not know what they smell like before they reach them. With Satsuma, the user could have a preview of what this product would be like and therefore would gain a better sense of what they would be purchasing. We would now like to show you a video which will introduce you to what a world with Satsuma would look like.
Light or dark, I see you standing next to me, roots deeper than the trees, growing slow and steadily. We twist towards the sun's white heat, though with such heat we find off the edge of the other's defeat.
Thanks to the Global Health Institute and the Wyss Institute, the 5 of us will be able to continue prototyping and working on this idea in Paris and Singapore this summer. After the summer, the three of us will be continuing the R&D in this product full-time, and the other 2 girls will still stay involved. We have filed a provisional patent to protect the IP in this product, and within a year, in April, we will be filing for the full patent, and we're also in negotiations to talk to another entity about providing resources and funds to continue this idea past the summer. We also want to take the time to thank the iLab and Kate for putting on this wonderful competition, Joe Lassiter at the Harvard Business School for providing excellent mentorship through the President's Challenge, as well as Harvard University and the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences for giving us this great opportunity to practice innovation and think of creative solutions to real-world problems. Thank you for your time and consideration, and we hope that Satsuma can be useful to all of you in the near future.